So guys, if you are following, we want to say welcome to the Liberian TV Network. She is Madam Carmen Cowboy, the Director General for the Liberia Intellectual Property.
Honorable Minister of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, and his deputies of the Ministry of Information, other government officials here present, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and the media here present. I bring you greetings from the Liberian Intellectual Property Office as I share with you the strive my administration at LIPO is making in advancing intellectual property across the country. These initiatives are not only testament to our dedication to protecting and nurturing creativities and innovations in Liberia, but also represent our firm commitment to the President's arrest agenda. In a world increasingly driven by knowledge, creativity, and innovation, intellectual property protection is a critical pillar that strengthens Liberia's social economic fabric. Through our collective work, we have taken significant steps to empower small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, the youth, the creative industries, and research institutions. These strive along with streamlining with arrest agenda core pillars as they seek to harness the potentials of Liberia to create jobs and empower SMEs in Liberia. We do also have been ensuring that creativities and innovations are protected and valued by laying the groundwork for the knowledge-based economy that prioritizes the protections of intellectual property access and encourage innovations across various sectors under the administrations of the President's arrest agenda. Therefore, allow me to present to you a detailed overview of our completed projects, ongoing projects, and the one that we are about to initiate. 3 months awareness campaign research reaching out to the heart of Liberia, Montserrado, Grand Basso, and Nimba. We have taken 3 months awareness campaign. We initiated that in Montserrado, Grand Basso, Buchanan City, and will be into Nimba County this weekend. The first initiative that we to highlight is our ongoing 3 months intellectual property awareness campaign, which represents a critical effort by governments of Liberia to educate and sensitize the Liberian populace about the significance of intellectual property rights in Liberia. This campaign has taken a multifaceted approach involving outreach programs, workshop, training, and other capacity buildings. Our outreach efforts, which have so far engaged communities in Montserrado County and Buchanan City, Grand Basso County, have allowed us to directly interact with Liberian SMEs, right holders, musicians, and other actors within the creative industries. Additionally, the second component of this campaign is the influencer campaign, in gearing towards leveraging the celebrity personality across various sectors to amplify our intellectual property awareness message to a broader audience, especially youth. The influencers have helped break down the complexities of intellectual property into understandable and clear content of our 3 months awareness campaign. Moreover, the Liberian Intellectual Property Hour, Radio Hour on Joy FM every Friday at 4 p.m. has become a flagship educational tool, creating a platform where experts discuss IP, intellectual property rights, has become a very significant and essential to our ongoing awareness campaign. The significance of this campaign lies in the fact that Awareness is the foundation upon which a strong intellectual property culture is built. Therefore, by reaching out to the grassroots level, we are ensuring that every Liberian understands the value of protecting their creativities and innovation. These initiatives are not just about fulfilling our mission, they are also contributing to the President Buhari's vision of enlightening society that can enhance its creativity and potential in a creative and the intellectual property ecosystem. We have trained over 200 SMEs in intellectual property access management in collaboration with the African Regional Intellectual Property Organization. Another key milestone in our journey so far is the recent training of over 200 SMEs in intellectual property access management by LIPO in collaboration with the African Regional Intellectual Property Organization. This training was designed to equip SMEs in the creative and intellectual property sector, in all the different sectors, from the IP background, from right holders and other SMEs that are in the 50 counties. Given that SMEs are the backbone of our economy, this initiative was of most important and is a direct response to the arrest agenda focused on economic revival. It ensures that our entrepreneurs can use intellectual property rights as a tool to enhance their competitiveness and attract investment and compete in the global marketplace. The Intellectual Property Club Initiative, one of our projects that we initiated and implementing is the Intellectual Property Club in the various high schools. Additionally, we have embarked on the pilot editions of the Intellectual Property High School Clubs initiative in one of few schools in Montserrado County. At the end of this competition, students will have the opportunity to participate in the National Intellectual Property Competition, with the winning school representing Liberia in a regional competition against Zimbabwe, Malawi, and Botswana. Provisions office pays to the Manufacturer Union of Liberia Intellectual Property to further support the local manufacturer sector. The government of Liberia, through the Liberia Intellectual Property Office, has provided office space to the Manufacturer Union of Liberia. This move is part of the government's broader strategy to create an enabling environment for Liberian manufacturers to strive. By providing this support, the government is helping the union streamline its operations, collaborate more effectively, and work on strategies that align with the Intellectual Property Rights Office. Signing of an MOU with the Central Agricultural Research Institute for the establishment of the Technology and Innovation Support Center. LIPO signed a landmark MOU with the Central Agricultural Research Institute for the establishment of the Technology, Innovation and Support Center in Kari. This center is designed to provide innovators, researchers, and entrepreneurs with access to latest technological resources, enabling them to develop and protect their innovation more effectively. Graduations of 30 SMEs, a 6-month project that was done by LIPO. Another important milestone was the graduations of 30 SMEs from the 6-month IP management clinic conducted in collaboration with the World Intellectual Property Organization, WIPO. This clinic provided participants with in-depth training on intellectual property management, commercializations of intellectual property rights, and the enforcement of intellectual property rights. This initiative further demonstrates the government of Liberia commitment to Liberia to building the capacity of SMEs, thereby enabling them to thrive in a competitive business landscape. It reinforces our dedications to empowering Liberian businesses to utilize IP as a tool for growing and economic empowerment. Ongoing accessible book custodian ABC project. In collaboration with the World Intellectual Property Organization, WIPO, we are also involved in the ongoing accessible book custodian with WIPO aim and increasing the availability of books in accessible format for people who are blind, visually impaired, otherwise print disabled. This project is not only about people who are blind, but also about ensuring that all Liberians have access to knowledge and information regardless of their physical ability. Training of staff and police officers. We have embarked on training of staff, sent staff to Nairobi, Kenya, from the police academy, not police academy, but from the police headquarters, and enforcement officers from custom, and even from the Liberia Intellectual Property Office, to know the importance of intellectual property and the enforcement mechanism from Intellectual Property Office. Capacity building remains a critical priority in our efforts to strengthen Liberia IP ecosystem. In this regard, we have undertaken the training of our staff and several police officers to enhance their understanding of intellectual property laws and enforcement mechanisms. This initiative is aimed at building a more robust legal framework for IP protections in Liberia, as well as ensuring law enforcement agencies are equipped to tackle issues such as piracy and IP type. The integrations of online APA filing system for IP registration have also been a significant development, streamlining the process of IP registration and making it more accessible to individuals and businesses across the country. These efforts, along with the arrest agenda, focus on accountability and safety as they contribute to a more transparent, efficient, and secure IP ecosystem. Future projects that are ongoing to the Liberia Intellectual Property Office. As we celebrate our achievements, we are also looking ahead of future projects that would further enhance the Liberian IP Office. Pending partnership with the Liberian National Police and the Liberian Revenue Authority, we are on the verge of formalizing a partnership to strengthen enforcement against piracy and IP infringement. This collaboration will be instrumental in curbing illegal activities that undermine the creative and innovative effort of all IP and right holders in Liberia. Upcoming conference to launch the Women and Youth in Intellectual Property Rights. Youth and Women Intellectual Property Rights. This initiative will provide targeted supporters and training, enabling these groups to harness the power of IP to protect their innovation, participate more actively in the knowledge-based economy. Secondly, phase 2 of the IP management clinic, building on the success of the first clinic, we will launch the second phase to benefit larger pool of SMEs, up to 100 SMEs across the country in the 15 counties. To conclude, the initiative we have embarked upon over the past month and the project that lay ahead all serve to strengthen Liberian intellectual property ecosystem, to promote innovation and protect the rights of our creators and innovators. This effort contributes significantly to President Buhari's agenda by fostering an environment where creativity, and innovation can strive, supporting SMEs and providing opportunity for youth and group to celebrate and protect their innovation and creativity. The Liberian Intellectual Property Office remains committed to ensuring that every Liberian has the opportunity to benefit from their creative endeavor and intellectual property contributions. We will continue to work tirelessly to build a robust IP ecosystem that supports economic growth, cultural enrichment, and technological advancement in our beloved country. Thank you, and together, let's continue to join towards a prosperous future in the IP ecosystem. Thank you.
Guys, that was the voice of Madam Carmen Cowboy, the Director General of the Liberia Intellectual Property.
Thank you very much. My name is Shakespeare Z. Zembo, and I report for Jet TV Liberia and Afro Media website. My question goes to Madam Cowboy. You spoke very well, but I want to know how you go about giving your licenses to distributors who are distributing music and videos in Liberia, because the issue of piracy is very high in Liberia. I want to know how you go about distributing your licenses to them. My question goes to our minister, the Deputy Minister for Culture and Tourism. You spoke very well about the Tourism Day, but I did not hear you talk about Liberia participation to the EcoFest in Ivory Coast that is slated for this month. I did not hear you talk about that. I want to know what the new date, because I've been hearing that trip has been canceled or postponed to another date. And I also want to know there's an investigation.
One question.
It's a continuation.
Let me ask a question.
I also want to know there's an investigation going on about the trip. There was a huge discrepancy allegedly of non-musicians being placed on the list to go to Africa. So I want to know how far that investigation is ongoing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. My name is Augustine Sar, and I report for ELBC. My question goes to Madam Carmen Cowboy. I listened to you. You talked about things you've done, and you make mention of things you intend to do. But we all know that you do work within a time frame, and you are in a government that Liberian people gave a 6-year mandate to. So you spoke of projects like the Women Conference that is spending, but you did not attach timelines to these projects. So I want you to kindly tell us as to what are the timelines assigned to all of those projects.
Thank you. So my name is James Kampala, and I report from the Geographic recording by the County. My question goes to the tourism minister. My minister, you spoke well, and I love the part you say tourism creates jobs opportunity in Liberia. As such, and you are on another ministry, or since your sector is a wide sector, how far are we in removing the tourism department from the Ministry of Information and sending it to serve as an extra ministry in regard to your topic of creating jobs ultimately for Liberians? The next one has to do with our intellectual property. I heard you speaking about carrying on awareness in various counties, and you go on gradually and you go about completing the 15 counties. These people who have been training over the years, after their training, do you give them empowerment, or you just let them go and go back and serve? Thank you.
My name is Christopher Desmond, both of us over here. Talking about intellectual property, I have a follow-up question from a colleague. You talked about licenses, and follow-up to that, I want to know, are there any copyright laws in Liberia? If so, how effective it is? Thank you.
Alright, so thank you very much. My name is Ruby Guanjuno, and I report for Amateur TV Liberia. And my first question goes to Madam Carmen. You talked about the IP ecosystem awareness. We want to know the target county, and how do you intend to work the improving the ecosystem of
Thank you so much for the question concerning the licensing, how do we go about doing it? So, as a copyright holder, once you are a musician, under our band conventions, you have automatic rights. Once you put it on pen and paper, you have your rights. But the reason why LIPO is saying come to the office, you have your right, but LIPO, the Liberian Intellectual Property Office, don't know you to be the owner of this particular music or video. So once you come to the office, you got a form there, all of the information are on it, your list of kin, everything will be provided. If, for example, your job on the right, you have to provide us the contract between you and the next person. For example, maybe you did a work, but you don't have money to produce it. You went to your partner. So it would be 30-70 or 60-40. We want to see that particular document. And after you submit all of those documents, the fee is $10. Are you listening? $10. It used to be free, but now we say $10. When you meet all of the requirements, it takes like 1 month to grant you the certificate. The particular certificate is stored in our database. So tomorrow, if anybody infringe on you, we got a record for you and we can do business for you. So the license, that's how the license is done. And when it comes to the Uganda Copyright Society, once you do your registration with the Copyright Office or LIPO Office, Uganda Copyright Society, like you can be a member of, you proceed if you wish to, because that's where the money comes in. Other country, the Copyright Society collect royalties for right holders. So when you are a member of the Copyright Society, you proceed to the Copyright Society and they got form. You fill in the form, you do all of the requirements, then they give you the membership certificate. So when it comes to license or copyright certificate, that's how it is done at LIPO. So somebody talked about the timeline to the upcoming projects. So the projects are done based on partners. Like yesterday when I was going home, I received an email for us to start the project for the women conference with WIPO. So they have to send me their timeline, the office their timeline. Sometimes it's done in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. This is now a 6 months project. Because I heard you talking about we are there for 6 months. No, it's not 6 months project. We do our project based on our partners, our request to our partner, and based on their timeline. Because sometimes you will do the request, it's not in their timeline because they work with timing. So to answer your question, we partner with them, and we sit on the table, and sometimes we even call the SMEs. Because sometimes you're ready to do a project, SME people are not ready, they are doing different things. So the timeline is developed both with WIPO and LIPO. So it's not fixed. So empowerment, somebody talks about we training all of the SMEs, what are we giving them? When you say empowerment, I don't know what you mean, but the knowledge is empowerment. So even teach you, because some of them don't even know intellectual property. So even identify your intellectual property rights and to teach you how to commercialize. Because you know it, you got it, you don't know how to sell. My office is empowering them to teach them how to sell their intellectual property. We don't have cash to give to them, but one of the things we do for them, we do waiver in terms of protecting their intellectual property rights, like the logo, the trademark, and branding, to answer that question. Somebody talked about how effective is the copyright law. The copyright law is very effective. There is law for copyright. So if you just Google, most of us don't do a lot of research, just Google Intellectual Property Act of 2016 and go and scroll down. You'll see the section that talks about copyright enforcement and infringement mechanism. 2 years ago, we had the enforcement team on the team. They arrested some of the Nigerians. In fact, they caught one of them, and he was on his way to South Beach. So the enforcement is active. And the 3 months awareness we carry on, since we took over, we are carrying on this awareness to make the public to know that intellectual property in this country, once you infringe on somebody's right, it's almost like the same way they charge other criminals. So the awareness, after the awareness, we training the police because we can't do the enforcement. It has to be the enforcement authority. So the police, the custom officer will do that job. So you know that the police know about intellectual property rights. Once they get it on the field, they will know how to identify all those intellectual property rights. And another person talks about, how do we go about the ecosystem, the awareness. The reason why we took Montserrado, Buchanan, Grand Basso, and Nimba is simple. So we have looked in our database. We realize that most of the right holders or even the SMEs that are into intellectual property, most of them are from Montserrado. Do we want to only stop in Montserrado? No. In fact, the program person, the program director brought 5 counties. But the budget was too hard. And I told her, you know what? We can do it bit by bit. That's why we earmark Grand Basso, because you know our artists are from Grand Basso. All knows that. And when you go to Nimba, the entrepreneurs are printed in Nimba. But we're not just passing through in Mansion-Liberia. We will make a stop in Mansion-Liberia. We make a stop in Don County. And the ecosystem, gradually, the message is growing. We pray that next year, the 15 counties, and we even decentralizing this intellectual property. We want to have this in all of the counties. So you can't come in Montserrado to do registration. You can live right there in Plugo or even in, how they call it, Lofa to do your registration. That's why the online platform is very important. I talked about it. And it will be provided so it can be eye-opener to our Liberian people. Thank you, and I think that will answer your question. Thank you very much.